I have here a timeless tale, one that has ebbed and flowed with the rhythms of history. I am not the author of this story, yet find it being produced from the tip of my quill again. As I mold and shape the details therein, an apprentice potter, a clayman of words and ideals, giving each ideal once again voice and name. Faust, mankind's erratic and insatiable thirst for fulfillment. Wagner, our ever so softly spoken knowledge of truth. Gretchen, that pure beauty that all seek to grasp. And Mephistopheles, the unrelenting force that leads astray. These vessels cast and set loose in the story will contest and coalesce, as they always have, yet here with direct points and consequence. I lead you to the university where Faust proudly studies, as well as into the mind of the demon who plots to destroy him.
Man believes not in Mephistopheles today.
Worthless spirit, you have concealed it from me.
It seems his red-cloven foot and grotesque horned head are nowhere to be found.
Craving truth, I turn to you, mighty Mephistopheles.
Thus, lacking any sway, this legendary roaring lion holds no dread.
She is beyond your reach.
My greatest trick, to be myth, is the sweet herald of man's eternal destruction.
This perversion pierces me to my marrow, and you grin calmly.
Will they fight what they have blinded themselves to? What a simple game.
Damn you!
Little boy, who stands condemned for your misery? I or you?
This is the tale of one who knows the name, not might, of tricky Mephistopheles. Faust was his name.
And satisfaction his refrain. His late hours and early mornings at the university trumped even the finest students' work, but brought no satisfaction. He was an anomaly, devoted to learning, but miserable in its effect. His redemption laid outside academia, in the voice of his fellow student, Wagner.
Our pursuit of this art, at best a sort of mock heroic play to fit the puppets and their mimic stage.
But men, their hearts and brains, would know something if you taught them these.
The few who somewhat of these things have known, who their full hearts unguardedly revealed, nor thoughts nor feelings from the mob concealed, have died. On crosses or in flames been thrown. I do know much already. But I would know that which causes everything.
Superior to every student. Yet discontent. You have the answers. But your wisdom, rotting, unspent, keeps you occupied still.
Finite solutions to a problem infinite. An excellent life requires exertion and does not consist in amusement.
I too have read Aristotle, Heinrich.
You would have me abandon my pursuit. Give myself over to human joys.
Always. I have understood your frustrations. May I never demand that you hear me.
answer lies beyond mere companionship.
You live beyond experience. The answer may lie in companionship still. Till then, I'll leave you on your own with the friendship of the words of dead men. These books only contain a fraction of what life offers. Don't forget that.
Lost in confusion, he slowly realized no book held the explanations he sought.
Divinity, logic, philosophy, and medicine. These things I have pondered and gained no pleasure.
His cries in despair were heard.
Death is desirable, and life I hate.
And yet, when death comes, he is often unwelcome.
But not by one who sought to help.
My musings do not often go overheard, Professor.
Do you truly intend to end this life you hate when so many ecstasies are yours to take?
What ecstasies? What delights? All I see is vain. Reason discovers nothing but a shadow of the unknown, the unreachable,
The unattainable, I grant, plays a pitiless game, but with proper cards, any man may gain the prize. You want the answer, the transcendent word that reveals the very intent of life?
My desires are my own. Why are you here?
This existence to you is tedious. I can satisfy your yearning, quench the final burning. I see the expanding possibilities within your mind. How a mind like yours would suit me. I could fetch enlightenment from the secret places. The bounty and luxury of earth's highest graces satisfy your appetite for fleshly urgings.
And you shall conjure this and serve it to me. Let me back to my work.
All these things will I give thee, if thou wilt bow down and worship me.
You speak the devil's words, Professor.
Well done, Master Faust. I am by name Mephistopheles, the prince of this world, conjurer of luxuries, entertainer of fantasies, master of material possessions.
And what has possessed the great demon to visit our humble study?
The great demon seeks like company and has heard your cries for answers. It is often in the places of the wise, where simple answers are aloof.
And you will show me these simple answers and make me as lowly as the rest? I will decline.
You count your existence as lofty. You believe your answers to be high above, floating in the clouds, as a world of unknowing people live in happiness below? Who is it that strays from the answers, you or I?
Why offer this to me? What does this bring you?
Ah, yes, well, now we arrive at the bargain. I shall serve you in anything you desire. And in exchange, you need not bow nor worship me till the world beyond.
Of the beyond after death I have no thought. Once I possess the first cause, I care not.
Then we are fortunate indeed. All that is left is the signing of Earth's first binding contract in ink from the signee's veins.
I know not if your claim to conjuring is true, but I will take this offer and your efforts for I have exhausted all knowledge here. And you offer learning in ways unknown to me. Here is my soul, that elusive heart of life, writ to paper and now given to you. I hope this transaction proves satisfactory.
Yes, quite sufficient. My dear friend, we have joined together today in a most hallowed kinship. I must be on my way now, but tomorrow I will begin indulging your every desire, showing you the deep secrets and pleasures elusive to the common man.
I will await this eagerly.
Poor fool.
That night, Faust allowed himself to dream of what could be gained if this devil was truly who he claimed. Mephistopheles' thorny seed was already planted. Tomorrow, it would be watered.
And so begins the carnival of delights. The man will be mine within the night. Awake, Master Faust, for I have much to show you.
He wondered how he had gotten in. Maybe this conjurer was authentic, but he still had much to prove.
Sleep was not kind to me. I hope wakefulness will be kinder.
I will ensure that it comes to pass.
Allow me to dress myself before this day of pleasures.
In the rags as worm-eaten as your books, Faust. I am here to make you a new man, privy to the world and king over it.
I have never worn such elegant threads as these. I feel I'm beginning to become a new man.
Yes.
Spectacular, are they not? In my time, I thought so too.
He showered Faust with women, drink, popularity, all the things that university alone could not give. For all the pleasure, though, Faust knew this was not the fulfillment he sought. It was distracting, a temporary numbing of the mind and elation of the flesh. Yet he continued to follow Mephisto, even to the apothecary.
And you promise that in this foul nest I will be enlightened. Must I seek counsel from an ancient loon?
You, like so many other intelligent minds, will see through altered perspective. Often the apothecary's words are mistaken for lunacy, but he simply speaks from a different place.
So glad to see you again, Your Highness. Examine, gentlemen, nor pass me by. Of wares I have a choice selection. Pray, honor them with your inspection.
What end
Lose
is
not
this
hour.
nonsense? This shaman, this senseless stuff?
Pray do not be so fastidious.
You've brought another seeker. He reminds me of me. Many decades ago. Now then, gentlemen, what do you desire?
We require a portion of your brew.
Ah, most willingly. I have a flask, from which I've sipped myself before now. What's more, it no longer reeks. I will gladly give you your fill.
This last week has worn me thin. But last night... How did I end up here?
Does that really matter? Or should we talk about what does, like last night's visions?
Yes. Was that a product of the brew or of you?
Perhaps it was both. What did you see?
I saw a figure. And I was ushered to it. I was quite drawn to her.
Ah, yes. The vision quest has shown you what you deeply desire. A permanent companionship. You scholars think it noble to ignore companionship for dusty books. It is no wonder this is what you showed yourself.
You draw quite extensive meaning from the brew of an old pact.
Well, we shall keep a lookout anyway, Master Faust. Poor fool. From heaven he claims the fairest star. From the earth craves every highest good. And all that's near and all that's far fails to soothe the tumult in his blood.
Your words are elegant, yet aggressive, but quite impressive. What of the poor fool?
Is my concern.
But Faust is a gifted boy.
Man's gifts often disguise his weakness. Because he is able to see, he wants to see all, and thus is blind to all.
How profound.
Obsession is vulnerable to distraction, and illusion feeds his desperation.
Yes, but even desperation can recognize futility. Your empty answers will drive him from you.
My words will grow until his every thought is so saturated by my counsel and my will that the notion of existence apart from me will consume his heart. This is my power. What know you of the hearts of men? He wants to be deluded.
If you give him nothing, he will know.
Enough!
I was not the only one to question Faust's new partner.
Was it not you who encouraged my pursuit of friendship, which you claim holds the answer to my quest? I have been shown new and fulfilling pleasures. I am happier out there in the world than I ever was here, every night stuffed into books.
It brings me joy to see you pursuing such things. Truly it does. As a man, seeking worth, seeking direction, seeking purpose, you have blinded yourself in a sea of delights. Only seeing the next wave, floating in between them all, obstructing your vision of what's to come next.
Wagner, your analogy is charming. Although completely untied from reality. Would you but join us one night? Then we might finally bring you into
Let's
understanding.
forgo that invitation. I was once like you, seeking such delights until I understood their futility. With all your wit, you do not heed the words of others, unless they're written down, or from the words of men 100 years dead. You must find an end to these constant delights.
I will pursue such things with joy.
We will all await the return of the Master, who will enlighten us with his newfound knowledge. Farewell. You were distracted.
His desires turn to another pleasure of the earth, the gratification of a maiden. Fairer she seemed than Helen of Troy in his eyes.
I've seen that face before.
Innocent, ravishing.
What is your purpose here?
The university's library is frequented by more than just the notorious Dr. Faust.
And absolutely perfect for my ploy. A blemishless girl, alone in the world. You are welcome to what gives you pleasure. Help yourself, be not shy. Pleasing to his senses shall this be. Delight, excitement, lovely distraction. And as for the maid, her affections stirred and grew. A childlike love, a childlike game. Words of promise, vows of devotion. Much dreaming and many words are meaningless. Let not your mouth lead you into sin.
He took his thoughts to the place where they were the sharpest, the university.
Heinrich.
This hour is sacred to the dead and the haunted alone. Which are you?
Haunted. It grieves me to see you in such foul company. The man who goes with you, friend, there seems something sinister. It is clear he holds no sympathy for you. For he cajoles you and controls you. As only a devil might.
Are you frightened of a foreboding spirit? Even Mephistopheles was thrown from heaven. In exchange for my service, he offers a prize which, by its nature, will release me from any bondage.
You disregard of him and of his hold on you. You are an oath to offer yourself up to him, without suspect of what he truly is, and to offer her as well.
The words of a fool turn my stomach. Find another ear to plague, and come not again.
You bar help from your door. Not even your genius can resurrect itself.
While Faust was deaf to Wagner's cries, Mephisto was not. Awaking and finding Faust gone, Gretchen sought him in his study. His absence would soon be replaced by another.
Wagner.
I cannot speak longer. If his friend knows, he will break me. The great worm is corroding him, festering in his mind. There is a shadow on his soul. You must pull him back. You must pull him back before the worm finishes. I must go. He will break me if he knows.
Wagner! What are you saying? You're frightening me.
Mephistopheles corrupts. Faust becomes like him and corrupts. If you cannot save him, save at least you and yours. I must go.
The idea had seemed like it might bring him the joy he saw in Gretchen at the thought of a child. But now, he was here. Faust felt the sober hand of duty.
All-sufficient guide, he called this book of mystery by Nostradamus' hand. Well, Nostradamus does not speak to mine.
Speak on. Perhaps the walls will hear.
What?
Pardon, I spoke in haste. Your boy is there. I loved you once for this obsession. I thought it good even. But I can no longer take part in your frustrations over this search of yours where you find nothing, time and again. I see a life lying there, a search worthwhile, if ever there was one. The father of my child should be here. He should be here. I have been nowhere but here, for I know not how long.
Silence! Do I not satisfy? Is this not worth my attention? I have work. Work which requires dedication. Are you so imprecise in your observation of my pursuit that you see not my pains? I bear the burden of searching. I bear incompetence. I bear superstition. My dull shambleman finds all but what I so urgently need.
I know what you seek is noble and worthy and good, but at the cost of our union. Even your closest friend dreads your helper. He fears your bondage to this pursuit.
Anger clouded his thoughts and gave rise to suspicions ill-founded.
Who comes slinking past my door? Seems she has met my crow. He's found a shiny, new illusion. Has he crept past any other defense?
No, Wagner was only worried.
No! For that was false and sly pretense. Did he fill your head with this poison? He challenges my quest and now corrupts your loyalty. Hope that he has fled farther than my reach.
He is your friend.
No. For now I find he wants what is mine. Lay there and pray to your God to forgive. He may forgive lies and treachery easier than I.
Wait, he means to help.
Help? How can he help? Help is not what I need. Do not stray from here.
What have you been doing? What did you say to her?
I cannot see. I only ask for her help. I want only what's best for them. The great worm has eaten your eyes.
She is not yours to touch. I will have what is mine!
Faust fled, leaving behind wife and child, falling precisely into Mephisto's hand. Gretchen was not far behind.
I am lost. To a man no longer sane. With his child.
Gretchen, where are your thoughts? And in your heart, what misdeed? Did you pray for the soul of this man that has gone to lasting pain? His blood on your lover's hands. And now, what new young life binds you to the murderer?
He is crying for you. You should go to him. Children are so easily upset.
Whoa, I must be free of him. I cannot breathe. Air.
Hide yourself. Sin and shame do not stay hidden. Air, light, woe unto you.
He has abandoned you. His sins are yours.
my sin. I made it blacker still. And yet, not black enough to satisfy.
Who could ever grasp the wind in exchange for such a sin? He who tries could never win. Now with games and plans played out, the trap is closing now, the victim asking how. Feet have tread where cliffs so tall, step once and fall. The time to turn is past.
Gretchen. My dear friend, what trap have you laid for us?
Take ease. I have not come with forceful intentions. I know of Wagner, yet I cannot speak to that now. Faust, I've come to tell you that your beloved has been imprisoned.
Imprisoned? For my actions? The cowards! I will take...
No, on account of her actions, and her actions alone.
Did she take responsibility for Wagner? Oh, that sweet creature. If we had only been
No,
here!
the guilt is laid fully on you for that. Faust, please sit. Last night, I heard the cries of murder at the university. And upon discovering Wagner, I came here. Did not know if I would be met by a foe or unwelcome news bring, but my fears were confirmed, for the house was still and empty. As I departed, though, I saw a figure standing in the road, shrouded by the dark. At closer inspection, it was Gretchen, Faust. Child in arms, weeping. She told me of your quarrel and her witness to Wagner's death. We spoke for an hour, and I consoled her. I spoke of the good nature of the child. How even amidst her violent sobbing, he hadn't cried once. And suddenly she stole away to the trees, and I took chase, but at my age I couldn't stop her. So I went straightway to town to tell of what I had seen, arriving first at the sheriff, and found her there. In her cell, weeping as before.
But this is no challenge, friend.
And
In her cell, standing apart, was an officer. And in his arms, a box. Made of wood and so small. And spilling out a child's linen. Whilst I had no words, I said nothing. I came here and prayed for your return.
Thank you.
Son, there is still forgiveness.
I did not ask to hear such drivel! I have real physical problems. And you tell me to look to the unseen? When has the invisible ever helped you with such things? I am tired of your mind games. That ill-fated creature. I had hid from my blood guilt. What new guilt is here? Take me to... I have lost my child. Step. Come to set you free.
Stop! My own joy is my own. You shall not
Speak
mar it.
quietly. We'll awaken the guards.
No, no. Moments end so quickly. Time steals itself and then you have nothing. Gone, love and beauty gone. Curse face, curse soul.
Come, we must go.
Filth is on your hands. On your face. On your soul. Oh, I don't know you. Strangers aren't supposed to know.
Strangers? Do you not recognize me?
Faces tell deceitful stories. I shouldn't listen to faces.
Listen to mine. We must leave.
No, he told me. He told me. Deceived me. If only I could nurse my child. But I cannot be free till he is gone. Set free from him. My lover. Murderer.
Gretchen.
How limp his body looked.
Gretchen!
It's my lover's voice, but how can it be? He's gone.
I am not gone. I am here. Look, it is me. These are my hands. This is my face. It is I.
Not dreaming then. These are his hands. Oh! It is wet. There's blood on this one.
Let the past be forever past!
Be not angry. I meant nothing by that. Why do you not put your arms around me? You made me feel such happiness. Come and kiss me. No?
Come. Come, follow me, dearest, and be bold. I shall caress you 1,000-fold. Only follow me. That is all I plead. I will end your bondage.
How can you free me?
My aim is true. My will strong. I will have what I seek.
There will be deep mire where there is no foothold, and deep waters. My throat is parched with crying out, and I am weary with waiting.
Then let us go.
Leave me, no, no, I shall suffer no force. You breathe bitterness and death. The desire of your heart is darkness, and you cross through things man should not touch. And for all of that, you've gained nothing.
Come, we are lost. The gods will not remain asleep for long.
Gretchen? Gretchen. Please.
Hither to me, for she is lost to another.
He does not have what you seek.
Gretchen is finished, while I remain here with nothing. Soothe me with insipid diversions, all carnal mutterings, vacant and aimless. And all the while you've watched and grinned and suffered me to go helplessly to ruin.
You're not the first.
Beast! Fiend, not the first!
Why did you seek our fellowship if you could not go through with it? You would fly and become dizzy.
Gnash not your greedy teeth at me. It disgusts me. Damn you!
Little boy, who was it that purged and plunged Gretchen into ruin? Who stands condemned for your misery? I or you? Your soul is forfeit to me, and I decide. A monster you be. In torment you shall live, and in torment die. You have cast your lot with the king of lies. An agonized delusion brings surprise. This is your life now, O foolish one. You, Faust, are mine!
Speaks the truth. I have aspired too high. When I sit, at last I find only weakness. My strength is dry.
You, God's own image. You are not like a god. Not like a god. You're like the earth, writhing in the dust, as he feeds on the dust. Is crushed and forgotten by a traveler's ear.
My mind loathes the knowledge I have sought. Now the devil has come, with stealthy steps and chosen me to mock. And thou have tread through hell's own door. How have I flown so far?
And as in the end I gained my goal, excuse my exulting with all my soul. You see Faust now among my train. He might have fared better, poor fool, had he not been given a beam of heavenly light. Reason he named it, and did so use it, and as brute, more brutish grew.
Have you naught else to say? Is self-praise your only song?
Whom else shall I praise? I have what I sought.
Enough. Enough. It is granted you, pruning this mortal spirit from his root to gather and burn. Exert your power and lead him on your downward course, but stand abashed and know this. Out of the darkest stain, even twisted cruelty and broken mind, emerges something unbound to you. When one decays, it merely brings into focus life. Oh, you corrupt, and your corruption spreads like a fog that exists to cast light. This is your power. To speak what has already been written, to seize what was already yours, to kill what has long since perished. And as you crouch, you imp, in the marrow of your destruction, you know not that you serve merely as a stepping stone, lifting high the free to life. Oh, you acquired nothing. It was given to you.
No, I took him. How can you say he was given? I took him. You know nothing.
You know, I've never cherished hatred for such as you. But take care, devil. The fire you take your kindling gathered to burn hungers for another. You poor fool. You are no god.